Let me tell you a story about two cities at one of the busiest border crossing in the world, Nogales, Mexico, and Nogales, USA. They share the same soil, the same climate, and the same talented people. You could cross the border between them in 10 minutes. On one side, streets are clean, courts are predictable, and a young entrepreneur can launch a business in a week. On the other side, permits take months, the hospitals are starving for resources, and knowing a guy is the only way to get anything done. Geography didn't change, the people didn't change, the institutions did. For 70 years, the global establishment tried to solve this gap with the world's most expensive band-aid, money. We built roads, we sent aid, we wrote reform papers, and yet, in many parts of the world, productivity refuses to compound. Something is fundamentally broken. This is Conscious Pirate. Today, I'm going to show you the 4 binding constraints that actually decide whether a nation or your business dominates the next decade or becomes a footnote in history. By the end of this video, you will be holding the key to unlock wealth and prosperity in the 21st century, whether you are a politician, entrepreneur, or leader. History proves that poverty isn't an income problem, it's an information problem. And if you think you can solve it by just throwing capital at it, you've already lost. For decades, we've treated development like a vending machine. Put capital in, get a developed nation out. But look around. Capital is abundant, data is abundant, technology is cheaper than ever. And still, many nations are falling further behind. Why? Because we've been playing an industrial era game with 21st century stakes. Most nations are compliance states. They were built in the 1900s to process paper, not data. They care about following rules, even if those rules are complete garbage. But in the AI era, rules are just latency. If your government can't sense, decide, and adapt in real time, you're governing in the dark. It's not about capital, it's about coordination. Learning speed becomes a standard metric for development. If you want to know which nations will own the 2030s, look at their 4 C's. First, connectivity. Why does a 140 megabits per second connection literally generate higher GDP per capita than 25 megabits per second? Because at 25 megabits per second, you're a consumer watching the future happen to other people. At 140 megabits per second, you're a participant in the high-frequency economy. Connectivity isn't just about loading YouTube. It's about access to the global labor market and stock exchanges in real time. If you're lagging here, you're structurally invisible. Second, compute. Why is the global race for chips more intense than the 20th century race for oil? Because compute is the literal metabolism of the AI era. If you're a country that doesn't own its own compute, you're basically a digital sharecropper. You're building your entire national infrastructure on land you don't own, using tools you can't audit. The landlord can increase rent at any time. The question isn't, how much compute do we need? The question is, do we have the sovereignty to stay online when the global supply chain hits a bottleneck? Third, context. This is where most leaders fail. They import AI models trained on Silicon Valley data to solve rural agricultural problems. That's not progress. That's AI colonialism. If the machine doesn't understand your soil, your laws, and your language, it's not an asset. It's an expensive hallucination. Finally, competency. Most people miss this, but the data is clear. If your leaders think AI is just an IT issue, they're already obsolete. You need politician architects, leaders who design systems that can learn. Leaders and politicians who do not know how to design learning systems and structures are like circus clowns in the AI era. They have no role in leading serious organizations where stakes are high. So, what's the gold standard? How do we know we are doing the right things and our efforts are taking us in the right direction? It's not GDP, it's LVOST, the learning velocity of the state. In 2050, the richest nations will be the ones that can sense a problem on Monday and fix the policy on Tuesday. They don't wait for the next election cycle to fix a failing council. They fix it because the data showed them it was failing in real time. That is the difference between a country that attracts global capital and a country that drives it away. In the AI era, the game has completely changed. Nations that actually win aren't the ones with the deepest pockets. They are the ones that treat intelligence as foundational infrastructure. They can sense reality without political filters, learn from mistakes in real time, and adapt faster than the world changes. Intelligence-led development isn't a buzzword. It's the operating system for the 21st century. I remember walking into a district office in a developing capital, the smell of old paper, the frustration of a line that never moves. I realized then, this isn't just an economic issue, it's a moral one. When institutions can't learn, the burden falls on the weakest. The farmer waits, the nurse improvises, the entrepreneur operates in a system that literally does not see him. Credit is hard to come by. Taxes are arbitrary and never seem to add up. Intelligence, properly designed, isn't surveillance. It's dignity at scale. It's the ability to serve your people without the humiliation of a broken, opaque system. Intelligence-led development is the central idea of the book The Intelligent Nation. And the countries that embrace it to the fullest, they won't just keep up with the future, they'll write it. Everyone talks about the future of technology, but very few are talking about who actually gets to build it. Let me tell you about something that has been giving us sleepless nights because it's not every country that will try approach intelligence-led development with the same passion and speed as required to lift communities into the 21st century. We are attempting to bridge this gap through an initiative we are calling the 4 C's of action. Every time you interact with our resources, 5% of the proceeds go straight to building the digital future of Africa. We aren't doing charity, we're building infrastructure. Here's exactly where that 5% goes. Connectivity. We are giving high-speed internet access to offline communities in some of the remotest areas of the world. Compute. Funding local processing power so developers don't just use tech, they run it. Context. Backing homegrown solutions designed by local builders to solve real problems. Competency. Directing resources into coding boot camps and digital literacy for the next generation of talent. The hunger is already there. The talent is waiting. Your support just helps them build the machine. We love to hear from you from wherever you are watching us from in the world. Let us know where you are and what you think about the ideas here, including how they affect you as an individual, country, or organization. We respond to every comment and use them in generating future content. This is Conscious Pirate. Think deeply. Build boldly. Your life is your adventure. Never surrender your future. Ahoy!